Every year, millions visit Spain. Some never emotionally leave. Some countries you travel through. Spain changes your baseline for happiness. Because Spain isn't just a destination. It's a feeling that stays in your body, a rhythm that doesn't fade once you're back home. And towns like Nerja, they concentrate all of that into one walkable place. So why does Spain feel less like a trip and more like the life you didn't know you were missing? Let's start with the obvious and why it's misleading. Yes, Spain is sunny, but so are plenty of countries. What sets it apart is how the sun shapes life itself. In Nerja, there are over 300 days of sun a year. But it's not just the number. It's what people do with it. Windows stay open, laundry dries in real time. You sip coffee outdoors in January. Teenagers sit on church steps sharing jokes at midnight. It creates this permanent sense of lightness, of days that don't rush to end. A man reads the newspaper in the shade of a palm tree. A kid kicks a ball against a faded wall over and over. Two women gossip on a bench they've probably shared for 20 years. Here's what most people get wrong. They think the appeal is visual, but it's actually relational. After a few days, you start noticing rhythms you can't see on a map. The same cafe owner lifting the metal shutter at exactly the same hour. The same elderly man walking slowly to buy bread, greeting everyone by name. The same school kids spilling into the street in the afternoon, backpacks half open, laughter echoing between buildings. Nothing about it feels staged. Nothing feels designed for visitors. It's just life, repeating, adjusting, continuing. And somewhere in that repetition, something shifts in you. You stop feeling like you're passing through. You start feeling included. You begin recognizing faces, the woman who waters her plants from the balcony, the bartender who nods when you walk in, like you've always been coming there. The neighbor who doesn't know you, but still says good morning like it matters. And you realize something quietly powerful. Belonging here isn't something you earn. It's something you grow into. Because Spanish towns don't separate daily life from public life. Doors stay open, voices carry into the street. Life happens where people can see each other. And over time, that visibility does something rare. It makes ordinary moments feel shared. And shared moments start to feel meaningful. Before we go further, pay attention to this. In Nerja, and in many Spanish towns, beauty isn't decorative, it's lived in. The Balcón de Europa isn't just a lookout. It's where someone proposes, where a teenager cries after a breakup, where an old man feeds birds every morning at 9. The streets aren't photo backdrops. They're used, worn, familiar. You'll see cracked tiles, hand-painted doors, uneven stairs. None of it feels artificial, because none of it is trying to impress you. Even the prehistoric caves under the hillside, some of the oldest in Europe, don't feel like museum exhibits. They feel like part of the landscape, present, not frozen. This is the part no one tells you. Spain isn't selling authenticity, just never removed it. And then there's the food. But not the way guidebooks describe it. No must-try dishes, no rankings, just the everyday sacredness of shared meals. Bread torn by hand, sardines grilled next to the sand, a waiter who already knows your coffee order by the third day. In Spain, eating isn't about hunger. It's about proximity. Lunch becomes a gathering, a reason to slow down, a ritual that holds the day together. Even the bar feels different. It's not loud, it's layered. Families, friends, strangers, regulars. There's a story behind every table, a birthday, a reunion, or just the habit of showing up at 8 p.m. because that's what you've always done. Culture here isn't arranged, it's passed down, not through marketing, through memory. You start realizing that community here isn't something people schedule. It's something they return to, daily, weekly, year after year. The same families sitting at the same tables every Sunday. The same friends meeting at the same corner bar every Friday night. The same festivals repeating, not out of habit, but out of belonging. Places remember people here. The bakery knows who likes which bread. The pharmacist asks about your mother, even if she's never met her. The waiter doesn't just recognize you. He remembers how you take your coffee. And slowly, you stop feeling anonymous. Because in many parts of the world, cities are built for movement. In Spain, towns are built for return. You don't just discover places, you become part of their routine. And routine here doesn't feel like monotony. It feels like continuity, like being held inside something older than you, but still open enough to let you in. And that's when you understand something subtle but powerful. In Spain, familiarity isn't boring. It's comfort. It's identity. It's home. Even if you arrived last week. But this changes everything. Even without the food, without the sea views, Spain would still captivate. Because what really gets you is the pace. This isn't just laid back. It's something more radical, a different definition of time. Shops close mid-afternoon. Why? Because people go home to eat, nap, talk. It's not a rejection of ambition. It's a correction of proportion. A day in Nerja isn't filled. It unfolds. You walk, you pause, you sit in silence. And no one hurries you. Even work feels smaller, like it knows it doesn't own you. This is what Spain teaches. Not laziness, but balance. Let's pause. If you're still here, you probably feel it too. That pull toward a different way of living. You're not just watching this to find good tapas. You're trying to understand why a place feels right. That instinct? It's the reason this channel exists. Not for quick tips, but for deeper seeing. Now, Spain isn't perfect. Let's talk about that sooner, not later. Because if we wait too long to admit it, it sounds like a fantasy. The bureaucracy can be maddening. The systems don't always work. Things take longer than they should. You might wait weeks for a document, or argue for hours about something that feels simple. And the slower pace? Sometimes it's frustrating. You want things done. Spain wants another coffee. But here's the twist. That friction isn't failure. It's friction with your old habits. And slowly it softens. You stop needing everything now. You start trusting that most things can wait. And in that space, something opens. Here's something small, but revealing. There's a word in Spanish, sobremesa. Means the time you spend sitting at the table after the meal is done. Not cleaning, not leaving, just staying, talking, laughing, listening. In Spain, this is normal, expected, valued, and it tells you everything. Because in many cultures, time is money. In Spain, time is meaning. At first, this can feel uncomfortable. If you're used to measuring your day by tasks completed, by emails answered, by how efficiently you move from one thing to the next, Spain can feel disorienting. You might wonder if you're wasting time. But then, something shifts. You notice conversations lasting longer than planned. You notice people finishing stories without checking their phones. You notice silence that doesn't need to be filled. And slowly, you realize something important. Time here isn't something you fight. It's something you experience. You stop rushing meals. You stop apologizing for sitting still. You stop treating rest like a reward you have to earn. And instead, you start seeing time as space. Space to think, space to talk, space to simply exist without proving anything. And once you feel that, even briefly, it becomes very hard to forget. Because you don't just remember the place. You remember the version of yourself you were allowed to be there. Imagine a normal day in Nerja. You wake to birds and light, no alarm. You walk down narrow streets, still quiet. The air smells like bread and salt. A neighbor says, "Buenos dias," like they mean it. You have coffee by the sea. No rush, just waves and chatter and the world waking up slowly. Later, you eat with friends, outside, always outside. You lose track of time. Then, the evening stretches open. People spill into plazas, children play, teenagers sing along to a Bluetooth speaker. Grandparents stroll arm in arm, like time doesn't apply to them. Nothing spectacular happens. But you go to bed feeling full, not with food, with presence. This is why people don't just visit Spain, they stay, or they come back again and again. Not because it's perfect, but because it reminds them of something they'd forgotten, that maybe life isn't meant to be maximized, just lived. And maybe beauty isn't rare, it's just unrushed. So, if Spain has ever made you feel something you couldn't quite explain, you're in the right place here. This channel isn't about recommendations, it's about recognition, a quiet kind of anthropology, through cafes and benches, and late dinners that never feel late. Spain won't change your life in 1 week, but it might rewire how you define good. It won't show you 1,000 things to do, but it will give you 1,000 reasons to slow down. And Nerja, with its sea and silence and sounds of real life, might be all the proof you need. So if you're still here, maybe you're not just curious about Spain, maybe you're already part of it. And if you want to keep feeling that quiet shift, you know where to find us. Because Spain doesn't raise its voice, but it stays with you, long after you've left.